Hmm. Says I'm live, but it hasn't quite caught up. Here we go. Okay, so uh, I think it's just becoming a bit too cliche when I'm like, let's just jump right in. And sometimes I do want to wait for the meat and potatoes of whatever I am to talk about. And there's three important things I wish to address. Well, important. That's a bit. What's up, Warrior Mom? Hello. Please send my regards to anybody and everybody. Period. I figured while I kind of waited out for a few more folks, not too many, but a few more folks to come on in, I want to just watch something. This is a YouTuber. Let me give all proper shout outs because it ain't my work that I've compiled. This dude, T Fat K, he covers a lot of podcasters, comedians, and I have personally, I've been watching the Steven Crowder thing. So before I get to the actual things that I've titled, what's up, yo, main girl? Hey, yo, and Mr. President, good to have you. What's up, Queen Survivor? Yo, main. Hey, Trisha, good to see you. And that's it. That's the hello bottom line. It has been drawn. Yo, main, I hate to say, somebody that I would go as far as call a friend, told me to go listen to this other person that has a page, and I got to overhear me being spoken about from things long ago. But well, that's what I was going to kind of address ever so briefly. So allow me to do that. Let's get it over with. Rip the band-aid off, so to speak, so I can just move on. I guess. Yeah. That sounds mighty scrumdiddlyumptious to me. All right. What has it been? Has been like fucking 2, 3 months or something like that. I don't know. I don't care. To me, it's I prefer water that's under the bridge. But I've said time and time again, I'm not going to pretend that the things that happened didn't happen. So I heard my name, and that's okay. I'm not one to like keep my name out your mouth. Always gonna get mad gangster in here. Let me set all my cronies after you to show what a big bad person I am on the YouTube streets. Now, um, if you are an individual that had any sort of issues, confrontations, or whatever, falling out, whatever it may be, or feelings, current day that has something to say, still, even still, I have an open invitation for the two of you that I saw talking about me as if all that stuff hasn't been like I've walked away from it and I've only commented on it mostly where I'd be on other channels because it was a part of my experience, my life, and who the hell is to say somebody has no right to express something they went through, you know? So you know who you are, I assume. And if you're really serious, I see when you're in your comfortable spot, how big your balls are, and you call people out and say, "Come on over here and let's have a conversation." Meanwhile, there's what 54, 56 people there that are all naysaying you, like or me, I should say. No. How about something more neutral? I'd go to a neutral channel or over here. Hell, screw it. I would even go over there, unless it starts to feel like I've stepped in an anthill. So that's that. That band-aid's ripped off. So over it. All right, let's see. Do I want to watch this in real time? Okay, no. Let me stick with the monologuing. And then I want to show you the most hilarious and embarrassing arrest ever done, as far as I've seen, on these YouTube streets since the world of the internet. So I've said this story before. So this is story time. Okay. I had to regale a tale to a woman that thought I looked much. She thought I was younger due to this. Okay, this is not an accident. This is premeditated, partner. Um, she said, "There's no way you could have ever had moonshine in your life. You're too young. You don't know about that. You're not from the country." I'm like, "Woman, my dear lady, I lived in the trailer parks of Florida for a spell, and let me tell you something. So, in my early 20s, when I was a DJ supervisor at this place that is no longer around called Kaboom's, man, I loved that job. But this moment, not my proudest, and I'm okay with revealing these things. And all of you I see in here, it's good to see. But thank you, yo, main girl, and right back at you. You've been. I remember the way you got my attention. That was pretty awesome, and that's why I still dig you, and the edges around your personality to this day. So okay, I went to this billiard club on a break I had, where this is a place where I'd keep skates on for 8 to 10 hours. I shit you not, old school quads, not them blades. That's blasphemy. Play music, watch my skate guards, yada yada. So on break, I go over to the billiard, and there's these two brothers there. And apparently, I ran into the two brothers that make their own moonshine. The brand is called White Lightning. So me, I was a drinker. It's been said, right? I've been known to enjoy a drink or four. So I was posturing. I was puffing my chest. All right, they're talking about you can't handle this, you don't want this, but I'm like, man, I could take it, bring it on. And I noticed I should have known. I was too young and full of myself that they looked at the owner. I won't say his name here, and they looked at each other. They had this dude is about to learn a lesson that he's never going to forget, and it had immediate consequences. But anyway, I allowed them to. I mean, hell, it was free shots, and I was there for drinks, so they kept pouring them, kept pouring them, kept pouring them, kept pouring them. This went on. Me taking one at a time shots of moonshine, which was 100 and what is it? How far can moonshine even go? I want to say 120% alcohol. Is there higher? Because it was maxed out. This stuff is made at somebody's home. And by the end of it, holy shit, Insanity? Good to see you, man. Yeah, that was my way of life at the time. I would not turn down a shot. So by the time I had finished, and I swear I didn't feel a thing until a certain moment occurred. 12 shots go by of pure moonshine, pure freaking ethanol alcohol. I could have probably farted and set the world on fire, okay? I'm like, see, look at me. I am impervious. I'm bulletproof. King Kong ain't got shit on me. I was Denzel in Training Day, cuz. And then I got up. This is where things got very interesting. So I tried to play off that I could walk as perfect as possible in front of the two guys that make the booze and the owner and any other person that was watching me just dive 12 shots of straight moonshine. So when I get through the glass doors, I think I remember it not being an entirely easy way to get there. By the time I was on the sidewalk, I found it very odd that the sidewalk, do your best to view things as I describe them. The sidewalk was diagonally facing, like imagine you're looking straight ahead, like me looking now. The sidewalk was like Inception, the movie. It was this far up and facing me, and like it moved away. So do you know what that means? Here, let me demonstrate. That means, ladies and gentlemen, as I walked back to my job as a supervisor, no less, I was walking like a freaking duck. I was walking like this. Clearly, my head was down, and the sidewalk appeared to be just standing and just facing me. I was like, "Oh, that's so strange." I not, definitely out of my league in terms of the drunkest I've ever been in my life. And I somehow made it all the way. I don't know how many stores I had to pass by to my job. I don't know if I punched back in, but this is what I said. And all these people I no longer know. I don't work for the company anymore. I can be very candid. I just I saw I don't know who the first person I saw was, and I just said, and I will say this name because she was a massive bitch, Agnes. I said, this is how I sounded at the time too. I fucking quit this job right now. You could tell Agnes that. And I stumbled like a zombie, Walking Dead style, over to my stuff. I think I sat down like this, like just completely like I had no rib cage and I was trying to do something strange like Marilyn Manson. If you get that, LOL. And then my coworker approaches me and she's like, "Are you okay?" I said, "Fuck you. I'll call him my dad." So I called my father and I simply stated, "I can't do anything. Get me out of here." So he definitely, yeah, I was slumped. That's the term. I was slumped forward as possible, humanly possible. I don't think I had a spine or I couldn't feel it. So my father, God, I actually was able to schlep and walk outside after quitting. I don't know how many people I said I quit to, and lo and behold, by the way, I got my job back like the next 2 days. Um, and I remember I'm in the back seat of my father's car, and I couldn't lift my head. I was incapacitated. Done, 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 done. So that is the true story of me introducing myself to moonshine for the first time. I don't think I'd ever do moonshine. I don't care how tasty or whatever it takes to yeah. I don't want to ever be that kind of drunk again. When the freaking sidewalk appears, and you're not supposed to hallucinate on alcohol. It's not a psychotropic. When the literal sidewalk appears to be standing and slumped over diagonally as you walk straight, there's a problem there. So all right, now by the way, Sly, you missed it earlier. I addressed the two people. Well, you may not have seen, but that live you were a part of, and I'm not going to give any credence, and I'm so over drama crap, and I think me sticking to topics has been proof of that. But I opened an invitation anywhere the conversation that may need to happen. It's wherever it needs to be, whatever you tell me, so we can put things to rest and get the truth of something that happened months ago. I barely care, but when I hear about it being misspoken, yeah, I feel kind of compelled to make corrections, and then maybe there we can have a debate. But okay, moving that aside, I'm going to show you guys something that maybe it's, I don't know. This should be embarrassing. Hello, Nick. Hello, Steven, Patricia, or Patty. I like calling you Patty. Patty Mayonnaise. Check this shit out, guys. Let me get to the proper clip sharing. The audio is fine. Let me read this headline right here, okay? Arkansas dad laughs, and this is such a belly laugh. I can tell the laughter is coming through some anger. Like, who wouldn't be pissed off being arrested over some bullshit, complete bullshit. All right, and when you learn why, okay, so the cops haul him away. He's cracking up, away for piercing his son's ear. Okay, that's why these officers had to go and strong arm him. So you know what? To be fully honest, I've not watched this in its entirety. I only got as far as him cracking up. So good for him to show how ridiculous this is. Let's watch for the first time together, my fellow Chattians. It begins. Audio. Let me do a quick check. Oh, and I discovered why I had so much trouble with the screen last night. I kept sending it to the TV. Oh, all right, here we go.
For what?
You're arrested on piercing, okay?
In your home.
He was not unlawful.
Unlawfully what? What was said there? Unlawfully what? Okay.
In Taunton, Arkansas, after officials determined there was probable cause for his arrest.
No. Go further.
He is under arrest.
For what?
You're arrested on piercing, okay?
In your home.
He was not unlawful.
Actually, I think that's a sincere belly laugh.
Body art without a license.
Body art without a license? That is so heartbreaking. Like, it is funny in a ridiculous, sad kind of way. What in the hell? Body art without a license? I don't know state law. I am no lawyer, never pretended to be. Although, yes, there has been people that said, I will invest in you, and I got a bunch of lawyers and this, that, and the other, and we're going to back you up whenever you need it. So I may have once said, yeah, apparently I have lawyers that are backing me for blah, blah, blah. I'm getting back into the past. Anyway, for the record and all. So Damn. Okay.
Now, viral TikTok shows an Arkansas man's arrest after piercing his son's ear.
Piercing his son's ear without a license.
But drag queen shows with children or on school grounds or school trips. That's cool. That's cool. A father that pierces his son's ear. Oh God, get the cuffs, man. Man in the iron mask over here. Get him in the tower. Dangerous.
Takes 3 cops, 4 cops, coming into my house without permission. No permission. They busted in my front door.
45-year-old Jeremy Sherland was taken into police custody last week.
All that force over this?
In Taunton, Arkansas, after officials determined there was probable cause for his arrest.
Based on the evidence at the time, the board related that the father was intoxicated, grabbed him by the throat, choked him, and forcefully pierced his ear.
What?
So,
that's the report. Okay. What investigation was done aside from barging through the front door of the residence where I thought we had some rights? Apparently, I'm wrong on that too, many, many times over, and took him by the throat. I saw the officers handle his throat.
based on that, we believe there was probable cause. The person, the subject was arrested. Went before a judge. Judge determined there was probable cause and set a bond in the case.
Matt Durrett, a prosecuting attorney for the 4th Judicial District of Washington County, Arkansas, says his office was contacted by police after hearing a disturbing story.
So the initial report that came in, a school resource officer reported to the Town Police Department that they had received a call in reference to a welfare check on a young man who had his ear pierced. The information that was provided was that he had told several students, and I don't know if he told the teacher or if the teacher overheard the conversation, that the boy's father had been intoxicated and grabbed him by the throat.
So now, I'm sorry, school teachers, superintendents, like, no disrespect to our teachers. It's been a rough one since the COVID shit. But are you telling me that they get their hearsay is so powerful that police can go and commit to a no-knock and just take you down? Excuse me, I thought this was fucking America, honestly.
And choked him and then forcefully pierced his ear. So at that point, they contacted our office and gave us the information. Our recommendation was that the child be taken to the Children's Safety Center for a forensic interview, and that there appeared to be probable cause for the father's arrest.
Oh, there's going to be such a mighty, beautiful lawsuit.
What are y'all doing?
Sounds like the son, whose ear I assume was pierced. I'm assuming that's the very son. Absolutely baffled as to what's happening. I am baffled. Okay, I pierced my labret and my tongue a couple times. Maybe my state fucked up. I should have been arrested 5-6 times over by now.
Why are you in my house? Why are you in my house? Why are you in my house? Guys.
Sherland was arrested on multiple charges, including endangering the welfare of a minor, refusing to submit to arrest, and obstructing governmental operations. But the charge getting the most attention is unauthorized performance of body art on a minor, a Class D felony in Arkansas.
The piercing of or performing body art, which includes piercings, that has caused some confusion. People
change the law, man. This is not what taxpayers fund stupid fucking laws so we can go and face some asinine troubles and pay money to try to stay out of the goddamn jail cell, man. This is that bullshit right there.
Have assumed that body art just means tattoos, but per the statute, the body art does include piercing.
What's up, V? It is good to have you, sweetheart. Sorry I yelled. I get a little passionate about my V. Wait, nobody clipped that and used that. That sounded awesome.
So it is, it's illegal to perform body art on someone under the age of 16 under certain circumstances. There is
But, well, I don't know the state law regarding this in Arkansas, but we know that there are many blue states that allow genital mutilation of children as young as, at youngest, without me looking it up, 12, or as young as 14 for a fact. So, okay, we have a law that punishes a father for piercing his son's ear. But when a child wants to go over their parent's head and not disclose any of the information, they can go ahead and legally get the gender affirming care that's being fought for right now. And the laws are actually the laws against it are expanding statewide, countrywide. I'm proud to say, but what sticks with me, and I'm not sorry to go into another thing. This is kind of connected here. In Missouri, how many times have I said this? 650 doctors completely showed no respect for the law. The law was passed that these doctors cannot give and offer gender affirming care, medication, cutting, any of that lawfully. And despite that, they gave a very public statement on the website and said, "We're still here for you. Please come see us." They're openly advocating and stating that they're willing and intending to break the law if simply asked by a child. Fantastic. Well done.
an exception for piercing within the earlobe, but it also is prohibited to perform any type of body
What's up, Born a Hawkeye? It's been a minute, brother. It's been a minute.
art in an unlicensed facility.
Durrett clarifies that children under 18 can legally have their ears pierced, but only at a licensed facility. Because Sherland was unlicensed, he technically violated the law.
Shut the fuck.
Durrett says this marks the first time in his career he's dealt with this particular charge.
No, it's not something that's frequently brought. No.
But based on the probable cause evidence, Durrett says it may be the appropriate charge.
Why is this the appropriate? Okay, I'm getting bored of this bullshit. This man is pandering because I think he knows how ridiculous this looks on the world stage, on the country stage. What was I going to bring up? Oh, I wanted to let you all know. I don't know if you've been keeping up with the community posts that I've been committing to. I'm trying to show and remain as transparent as possible. Sorry, let me enlarge this so I can make my point heard and clear. All right, because I'm proud of this. All right, so here, let me say some things so you get a strong point about what I'm going to say. COVID was essentially over embellished bullshit. Vaccines were propaganda and agenda bullshit. Hunter Biden's laptop was compromised, and the media absolutely suppressed it. January 6th is also over embellished as being this insurrection. I'm really literally trying to push YouTube as far as possible because I keep winning every appeal every time they demonetize a video. I'm shocked that I've been able to get away with the things I've been saying. So I'm going to keep on testing it. My next thing is right in the first 15 minutes, I'm going to say all of these things that usually trigger the algorithm or whatever to silence you, to stop the algorithm from feeding you to other people, whatever the case, whatever they do, and the demonetization. Right now, I'm winning every damn appeal. The Biden administration is compromised. There was no Russian collusion. The Steele dossier is bullshit, and the media admitted to that. What else? Yeah, the election, remember, it's just a matter of fact. A shadow cabal was there to enforce their agenda on the election, and I celebrate J6th as a moment, regardless of the terrible things that happened. We know the FBI was embedded deeply, and they had plans that were getting specific footage to feed a certain narrative. It was all planned against us, and it was planned against the most patriotic people. There you go. I said a mouthful there. So let's see if YouTube wants to stop me for the things that I keep saying time and time again. And I keep cursing, so it is just the first 15 minutes. I'm glad that you all have been helping me on this journey in this fight. I really want to test how far we can go. I think right now we're in a very important time in our country where the Twitter files Matt Taibbi, which had the IRS trying to intimidate him, those pieces of shit, and Twitter being revealed as having less than 100 meetings with the FBI, and censoring congressmen and women from talking transparently and honestly to their own constituents. These are all facts. This is not hyperbole. So this is why I think it's important right now to push the boundaries. Anybody, everybody, fuck the codes. I'm with you, V. Fuck, I'm just done with the codes. If you have a platform, if you have a platformer that you know has the balls or is willing to take a risk, please let's try to keep this going. Every thumbs up, I think, counts a long way. It shows the YouTube overlords, but that right now I'm cool with. Everything is green down the line. It shows that there's an audience that's interactive and gives a shit. It's not like when we all, vote, which I need to completely get. I don't know. I need to be. What's the good pill? Somebody needs to reinvigorate my faith in our own voting system. I'm glad we don't have super delegates on the conservative side, and I'm proud to announce, if you didn't see the community post, CanCon has agreed to appear either tomorrow night, which is my latest night, at work, or Friday night. So we're going to have good old cannabis conservative back in the house. And my biggest concern that I want to speak to him with, and if anybody has a question for him and you want that expressed, email me, progresspatriot44@gmail.com, and I'm going to vet the question, only the best, and we're going to have a nice little powwow. And I want to ask him what he thinks the outcome would be if truly DeSantis and Trump went against each other. And I mentioned in a text to him that there seemed to be some sort of loophole law that DeSantis is using, so he can still be governor and run a presidential campaign. So he did respond, and he said not a loophole per se. They changed the law, and he's very proud. I told him, listen, I've pretty much gone full conservative, man. I don't feel the representation on the left. Yada, you guys have seen the story permeating every day. So I'm very excited for CanCon to make a return here, and then Josh and I doing another Stuck in the Middle, which I have failed him about 2 or 3 times because on my day off, I got the fuckets, is what we used to call it. Did I cover all the ground? I think I just about covered everything. But here, let me see. Oh, yeah, FEMA camps. I haven't tried that one. What I haven't done is, let me see. What I'm missing some comments. You shouldn't be shocked. This was commonplace. They started getting welcome employees to follow title channels with 1,200 subscribers or 700 subscribers. Right now, what's breaking my heart as I'm watching things unfold is seeing, just the 15-second nonsensical recordings I do of some pretty funny moments on TV of older shows, and that gets thousands of views. Then the stuff where I really put some heart and soul and substance, and I think or hope I'm putting something, on the table, it just doesn't seem to just get the same traction. And maybe I have to take the accountability. I don't have the bells and whistles. I don't promote. I don't have a schedule. So I need to take that into consideration. But with that, let me see. Never go for conservative. I mean, right now I just feel that I am more conservative than I am liberal than I ever was. That's all. I am more prone to vote conservative than I am to vote for a single goddamn Democrat. Pardon my French. There's not a single Democrat out there right now that I look at, think about, that gives me a feeling of pride. But all these hearings I watch every day, multiple times a day, I see and feel representation. So, okay. That's it, guys. What we got here? FEMA and the government can kiss my ass. Well, you're in the right place, cuzzo. I'm glad to have you. I recognize you. Good to see you. I'm looking forward to the future, which is a beautiful thing to say, because things have been a struggle, but I think we're all feeling it. We're all going through our own private, personal battles, and this connection is important to me, and it's important to me that you feel comfortable utilizing this place as such. Please feel free to reach out in any way that you feel comfortable. And with that, I say that's it. Good night. After CanCon, after Josh, It's open panel o'clock time, and it's going to be a free-for-all. Anybody, and I mean anybody, that wants to come on up and speak and say their piece, good, bad, or ugly, is more than welcome. And I'll make the pay, Lewis, you bastard. All right, Lewis is here, guys. We have to go. Let's not talk all the shit that we were talking about Lewis before he just chimed in and got in. All right, Lewis, man. I can't. All right, it's good to see you, by the way. You get a daps. Good night, peeps. Good night. I got nothing. Hey, Jay. What's up, Jay? Yo, man, you have like full blessings to plug any show. Oh, you got it, Sly. Yeah, put the word out, Sly. Let some of the, you went on that panel, which I'm considering going on just to hash out some details that were misrepresented. And I still owe you the full versions of a conversation because I don't want anything to appear other than they are. And yeah, there's things we got to go over just to clear the air. I want the things from the past to stay and die in the past, but only after the truth become the nails in the coffin. You understand? I want to sleep with a clear conscience, and I hope everybody has that same sentiment. And you know what? Let me echo this one thing. Here's something I didn't want to fucking say, but I've said it so many times. I'm sorry, Dana, if you do not appreciate this moment. Way back when after the Ryan Up Church shout out and things happened so fast and blah blah blah, I had an open panel and Dana Hall did pop on, and she was talking about her issue with PBR, Psychobabble Rap. And during that time, she did decide, Dana, feel free to correct me if you feel I am portraying anything inaccurately, but this is my memory. And there's other people that have it recorded, and I think you may want it. You came on panel and you were making a case, you were pleading to the audience, and you and I have gone a long way with our beef and trying to have peace. I just want peace with everybody, truly, not bullshitting. And when she advocated to the audience, please, contact CPS, something to that effect. I don't care. At the time, PBR was like a public enemy number one. That's when, at first, it was my supporters that came on and said, no, please don't get CPS involved. That's a terrible thing. And then all the other issues that happened with other people that are still talking about that, they made their cases and issues clear and whatnot. And then that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I deleted that before I went on Psychobabble's panel. And that's when a lot of certain people of the group that embraced me once took such issue, not because I didn't slander anything about the community. I went there man to fucking man and cleared up and said, look, I don't agree with what transpired. And that shit was deleted. And that was it. And then overnight, some people, including the one that had my name in their mouth, which is okay. I'm not a gangster. Have it in your mouth all you want. Just, that sounded funny. Just sincerely, I just want clarity here, okay? There shouldn't be any fucking confusion. That's the truth. Let the truth set us all free. Please, 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 because I want to focus on these fucking topics and push the boundaries of YouTube and censorship and see just how far we can go. That's the intention of this channel. That's where I want to stay. I don't want these distractions. And I will do my best to stay on my P's and Q's and on the right fucking path. Good night, everybody. Much love. I'm out. And let me say goodbye to, from the top, Unspecified V, Queen Survivor, Warrior Mom, Shamrock, thank you for the awesome content. J613 and Slap by Slap. A good night. D Libby. Oh, now you get here. Jeez, lady. Way to see, the more y'all start coming in when I'm starting to say good night, and I'm going to say goodbye for about, I don't know, a half hour. Hey, guys. How many languages can I say goodbye? Goodbye. Ciao. Domo arigato. No, I'm gone.